Gay guys speak differently when they have a straight friend around them when it's just the guys. So 20 years ago, this issue of attitude happened. This interview happened with me 20 years ago, and I was answering all sorts of questions. I'm not quite sure why there's a witch on there. I'll have to revisit the interview to see, but 20 years later, I'm going to answer all of your questions. I guess agony aunt style, questions about love.
We're here to kick things off by asking you, what's the best dating advice you've ever had from a gay man?
Make sure you are treated like an absolute princess. You need to find that person that will put you on a pedestal and always treat you well. That was the best advice I ever got.
Obviously, you're hosting I Kissed a Boy, and the show kicks off with a first kiss. So we're wondering, do you definitely need to feel a spark from that first kiss?
Absolutely. If you think that a relationship's going to go somewhere, you know that there's something in it if you feel that tingle. It's like got to be a body tingle. You got to know there's something going on. You know, back in the day, you'd go to a club, you'd see someone across the dance floor, you'd dance closer and closer, maybe have a bit of a disco kiss and then find out more about that person. So that's kind of, you know, where it starts. But with our love matching crew, we've done a lot of work to see who we really thought would connect on that first kiss. So it's like nothing by chance. We knew what the guys were looking for, what they did not want. No swiping, no phones, just really like taking in your eyes, your senses, everything is very heightened at that stage.
I got to see the first episode this morning, and you can tell because some of them go back for a second right away.
It was great rocking up to set and hearing the news of the kisses, and especially when we heard that there were seconds. That was good.
Okay, here's an audience question. Someone says, my boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years and we think we're losing the rom-com sparkle. How should we reignite the flame?
I was reading about this recently to really keep a relationship alive. You apparently have to do things together that neither of you know how to do. That takes effort to get out of your routine of your weekly things. I think one of the most powerful things you can do is dance with somebody. So whether it's couple dancing or like taking a ridiculous dance class, or I love in America, they do like line dancing to hip hop music. Anything like that where you can just have a laugh, fall into each other's arms.
Do you have any tips for the best way to get over a breakup?
Cry. Get it all out of your system. Speak to some friends. Don't exhaust your friendships. There's only so much they want to hear about that. You've got to put a time limit on it because it can go on and on. I mean, really, like it's finished, move on. The older you get, you hear other older people say like, literally, life is short. Like if you go back, it's like shake young people and go like, don't lose 6 months of your life crying over someone because it didn't work out. Pick yourself up and move on. You cannot do that.
What are the top red flags that you watch out for if you're dating?
I think it's their attention span. So if someone's really into you, they're going to be completely focused on you.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are, saying these days like, I'm not sure, and they're distracted. Well, okay, they're distracted.
Okay. What did you learn about love from I Kissed a Boy?
I learnt so much during the filming for I Kissed a Boy. So much. I was really surprised. Gay guys speak differently when they have a straight friend around them when it's just the guys. And so now I know that, I learned a lot. And that's why the show's great. To see these guys learning from each other, because you can be gay but live a totally different life to someone else, have a different background. So they were kind of really interested in each other. I think that comes over the more time they spend together and the deeper we get into the series. Yeah, I don't think there'd be anyone who would come away from the show and go, oh yeah, I knew all of that. But
you obviously have a long history with the gay community, and I was actually in the audience for WorldPride. And yeah, it was an amazing moment, you coming out on stage. We were wondering, how did you celebrate off stage after WorldPride?
Kylie and I had some friends there. They didn't even know that I was going to be on stage. So they were trying to catch up during the day saying, meet us for lunch. And had rehearsals and things. So I'm like, I can't. And I was just making up all of this stuff. So after the show, we had those friends come backstage and they like tricked us. We didn't know you were coming out on stage. And then I had a little room party in my room, and there was a lot of clearing up the next day. It was so difficult keeping WorldPride a secret. I had to fly from Melbourne to Sydney for starters, so it's like, she's in the city, she's around, and then I just hid. No one in the production knew until like I kind of popped up at rehearsal, and they're like, what's she doing here? So it was super secret, and Kylie and I had been planning it, I think, since September last year. We first spoke about it.
And we're going to end on a kind of serious note just off the back of that. With LGBTQ rights around the world in more danger than ever, do you have a message for any queers out there who might be feeling alone?
The most powerful thing to say is that you are not alone. There's so many ways that you can reach out to people who back you, support you, get you, love you, accept you. Just as much as a ripple effect comes from negativity and bad things happening, a ripple effect can come from amazing things with good intentions and done with love. I hope that, this show sends out a ripple effect. There are a lot of things that, we're still feeling, Kylie and I, that effect from WorldPride. People are still talking about it. You are not alone, and you have to find somebody that thinks like you think and will support you and be there for you.